Alright guys, Gypsy Drone got a mod video for you guys today. What we're looking at is my Hubsan X4 right here, as you guys can see. This is a tiny tune. But what we have here today is I have the bigger brother, and this one is the one that fits the 8mm motors. As you can see, I have the 8mm motors here. These are Spintech 8mm motors, and these are the original 7mm motors. Show you a little bit of difference there. I don't know why this shuts down. I don't know. Anyway, there's the difference. I don't know if you guys can see it. Pretty large circumference difference. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take the board out. We're going to desolder this board from its desoldering points, as well as the lights. And we're going to put this board on the big frame with the 8mm motors. And the lights. I have lights. I have new lights too. And this is the bottom part for the camera, so you can see here. You slide the camera in there. I don't have the camera. I'm not there yet. I just want to put the 8mm motors. What happened to me here was one of these 7mm motors is going out, and so what I want to do is I want to upgrade it, use the 8mm motors, and get crazy with it. I haven't flown this bird in a while, so it's been sitting in the box. This was one of my original birds that I got so I could fly indoors, and I quickly figured out that it's actually a beast, and you can fly it indoors on mod 1 or beginner level, level 1, but it can get away from you pretty quickly. So I'm just going to upgrade it, because that's what we do in the hobby. We get crazy, we upgrade stuff, and we show it to our friends on YouTube. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to transfer the board, and I'll talk to you guys as we go along, and then I'll edit this. Okay guys, so here we are, and I took the lights out of the pods. The motors are woven inside the pods, so I have to either desolder them or cut them. Could use my trusty snips here in the surgeon's table, and cut them or unweld them, and I'll decide what I'm going to do here, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so here we are, and what I did decide to do was just solder the motor wires off. Looks like it's going to be all easier, and then I'm hoping to leave the lights, and then I could just leave the lights and reroute them to the new frame without having to desolder them. Okay, I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, here we have the board without any motors attached to it. Here are the motors. I already took them out, and now we're gonna slap the board on the new body. This is the old body, with the old motors, the old gear, the old rubber legs. Oops. Okay. Now I have other replacement motors, and maybe what I'll do is I'll just purchase another board. If anyone wants to throw some love my way and tell me, hey Gypsy, you can get a way nicer board than this one so you can put it on your X4, let me know. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, so we're back on track here. As you can see, I have screwed the board to the bigger frame. The motors are in, the lights are going, they're reset, and now I'm going to weld the motors in place. Okay guys, so we have the first motor done, rear motor right here. I don't know if the camera wants to focus. It usually has that problem. I see everyone on YouTube having that problem. Alright, we're moving on. I'll do the next ones and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so here's the tip. I have two motors done now, the rear two motors, and just wanted to give you a tip. When you do these things, if you decide that you're going to do your mod to this X4, make sure that you put the rubber tips on to keep the wires inside, and also you give these lights a twist. If you look at the lights, I don't think this is going to focus guys, but if you look at the lights, you see that they have two little wings on each side. When you put those in, they slide right in the little pocket. See that? They slide in the little pocket, and then what you have to do is you have to twist them. Give them a 180-degree twist when you put them in, and then that'll help the lip on the edges of the bulbs to stay in their respective pockets. Just a tip. Okay guys, so here's a tip. I have two motors done now, the rear two motors, and just wanted to give you a tip. When you do these things, if you decide that you're going to do your mod to this X4, make sure that you put the rubber tips on to keep the wires inside, and also you give these lights a twist. If you look at the lights, I don't think this is going to focus guys, but if you look at the lights, you see that they have two little wings on each side. When you put those in, they slide right in the little pocket. See that? They slide in the little pocket, and then what you have to do is you have to twist them. Give them a 180-degree twist when you put them in, and then that'll help the lip on the edges of the bulbs to stay in their respective pockets. Just a tip. Okay guys, so here we are, we're back in. I put all the motors in, like I said. I put the rubber pieces in, and I ran the wires through. We got the screws, everything is tucked in nice and ready for the cover. So let's see how that works. Okay, so before we do that, what I'm going to do here for you guys is I'm going to clip you on here, and let's see if this works. Okay, so as you can see, we got the lights are kicking, our eyes are lit, and our motors, well, let's give this a try. Okay, we got our standard remote. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Alright guys, looks like that's working. Let's put this together and I'll get back to you. Looks like there's these little tabs here. I don't know if you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're pushing down on the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap them off. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll get back to you. Okay guys, so here we are, we're back on the surgeon's table. We got everything put in back together. Here it is. Whoa, here we are. No camera. Batteries inside. And I have to tell you, this sucker is really heavy. It's really heavy compared to the other one. Now for the last mod is, these are the regular Hubsan props. I want you guys to look at these. And you know, I wish I could watch everyone's videos and learn everything that there is to learn from you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have the time, and I'm sure a lot of us don't have the time to watch everyone's videos and learn from everybody's mistakes. And so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is at times. However, I was watching Andy RC's channel, and he was doing some mods to one of his FPV quads, and he had some 8mm motors on his FPV quad, one of those little, I don't know, 120s or something, I can't remember, but smaller than a 250. And I asked him, I said, hey Andy, what props do you recommend on 8mm motors? And he suggested these. And here's the difference. They're a little bit wider, a little bit thicker. And so let's see if I can't get you guys in there any closer, but hopefully you can see that. And so I ordered these from GearBest. Here's the info. I can't remember what the actual model of the package was, but here it is. Hopefully you can see that. That's the number. I got them from GearBest. They came in a couple of weeks, you know, and that's one of the problems that I have with a lot of this stuff is I want to get the stuff done right away. I don't want to have to wait 3 months from China. Nothing against China, it's just far away. And so I usually get the stuff from Amazon, but I'm starting to fall in love with GearBest, so I did order these, and we're going to put them on and we're going to try it out. Okay, stand by. I would presume that the red ones go in front. Happen people. Okay guys, so let's try this out. We got the props in, and alright, so gonna have to charge a battery and we'll have to do a flight. And that's the mod X4 board with 8mm motors and the bigger 8mm frame. No camera, no nothing, just bare bones, just 8mm motors with the new props. I'll try to find what the model is, and I'll get a new battery and we'll give it a whirl. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, Gypsy Drone.